People ask me, what does it mean to be a poet? Have you ever seen an upset sunset? Have you ever been stuck to a Wetherspoon's carpet? Do you ever sit and reflect if Romeo used Juliet just to get his willy wet? People ask me, what does it mean to be a poet? 5am ashtray, new eau de toilette, by word of mouth.
Welcome to Word of Mouth London Live. Give yourself a clap for being here. Brap, brap, brap. That's the kind of night it's going to be. Just applause just for existing. We are live and we are pregnant with poets. Back in Peckham where we fucking belong. How is everyone doing? Yeah? Decent. Yeah, I know I'm here. Look at all of us with little beards and stuff and our words. It's fun, isn't it? I'm Jamie, your hostess with the most chest. Libra Scorpio Cuspy, 33. I like football and I'm doing fuck all. Has anyone not been here before? Give us a raise. Bit louder than that. Has anyone not been here before? Interesting. That is a lot of people. Who has been here before? Give us a whoop. Woo, woo, woo. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. First-timers and old ones alike. We've got a shite hot night ahead of us, I'm not going to lie. A couple of rounds, little break in between with some fucking live music right at the back end of it. Rules. There aren't many rules. It's just a fucking poetry night, isn't it, really? But let's just be nice to the people performing on our stage. I mean, if you want to say some words, etc., we've got a little break to do that, 20 minutes of it. My mate Hannah, who used to do Spoken Word London, said going to a spoken word night and talking throughout the acts is like going to a brothel and wanking yourself off. Yeah. So if you want to talk or have a little wank, we've got a break for that. I'm going to kick off with a little sacrificial poem, then we're going to go into the real talent of the night. And yeah, is anyone excited for it? Me too, to be honest. Right, I'll get this little one over and done with. It only lasts about 30 seconds. It's about the nature of choice. Choose life, choose a job, choose a makeshift chopping board in a Wetherspoon's bog. Choose puking up your guts on the night bus and splashing your cash down the drain on cheesy chips and dank cocaine. Choose being an absolute silly goose, watching Shrek 2 on a come down with some tubby plumber humming. Choose thinking of your ex when you're having sex to stop yourself from coming. Choose the lonely nans of Matalan, selling their clams on OnlyFans. Choose bumping into a one-night stand, it's 9 months later, she's pushing a pram. Choose making plans when you're gurned on Chang. Choose wearing a nappy, age 33, and listening to Mumford & Sons without irony. Choose your future, choose life. Cheers. Keep the applause going. We are going to get a wild, wild, wild card onto the stage right now. Please, please, please give it up for Charlie. Woo, woo, woo. She's coming from far, so keep that applause going. Go on, Charlie.
It's really horrible being first. And I'm not that experienced at reading either, so following you is going to be tricky. Okay, I guess I will start with this poem, which I actually edited about 3 minutes ago. It is called "The Devil Who Is My Soul Whispers to Me, and I Should Do Whatever She Says." The devil who is my soul whispers to me, and I should do whatever she says. Something is changing. I am changing. Skin shedding, peeling off like it's never been mine to instruct, destruct. Constructing an identity in this body has never been easy. I feel it in the way birds peck at unwanting trees. Do they, birds, break the bones of their victims whilst they carry them to their deaths? Or are they cradled, demonstrating to some shocked, perhaps naive creature what it feels like to fly? I feel it in this way. Is this danger? Am I the mouse and my bones are breaking? Is this my glimpse of flight? Is this revolution? The desire to cut, chop, engrave, dig into the unknown? Am I wearing skin that is 2 sizes too small? I feel jealous of the snake who must only wriggle to shake its shed. I fear I must tear out. Is this the undiagnosed, neglected anger I knew as a child? Will you niggle, bite, and scratch? Can't you see that violence is impending and I want to smash the world to pieces? The second poem is about gaslighting. So I guess trigger warning for that. It's called The Sensitivity Cure. The Sensitivity Cure. He looks at me and he knows. He sees the glaze cut over my eyes, and like a screaming baby he has just managed to get to sleep, he cradles me. Shh, shh, shh. The next day he observes me closely, scanning my next mood like a boxer in the ring. When he no longer feels a threat lurking, he lays a leaflet in front of me and backs away. Like feeding a wild animal you want to trust, it promises strength. I take the fluorescent pink pill in the shape of a flower, an image plucked from a child's brain of what ecstasy would look like. I take it twice a day. It makes him happy. The first side effect is strong for my nightmare. I begin to grow a beard, but he likes it. It complements my jaw. The second is much worse. I vomit after the first half an hour of ingestion, but the leaflet says this is normal, so I continue. I finish the first batch of pills and begin the second. These pills are blue little trains, and I build a track for them around our living room, and he tiptoes around it. When we argue, I stew my feelings and turn them into jam, and they sit in our cupboard, untouched, waiting to be gifted, most likely to my mum. 3 months in, and the pills are white balls, and he is gone. Too much jam, he said. Too many train tracks. That's it.
Give it up for Charlie. See, that is proper poetry. Never mind that shit I introduced us with. Right, let's keep it going. We've got another lovely person beginning with the letter C. Please, please, please give it up for, I haven't witnessed this person before, Celene. Woo! Keep that applause going. This room is really big. Nice one, mate.
I feel like I was in a relay race. It's really nice to be here. I've never been here before. What a beautiful space. This poem comes with just a trigger warning for sexual assault, which I feel like I have to give. I'm not always sure about like censorship in poetry and art, but I feel like sometimes we have to give these things. So this poem is called Somewhere in London Tonight. Somewhere in London tonight, someone is rocking their crying baby to sleep. Somewhere in London tonight, an insomniac is counting sheep. Somewhere in London tonight, a couple are all cuddled up watching a movie she chose. You're not asleep, are you? He says, to which she replies no with her eyes closed. Somewhere in London tonight, someone still has a few hours left at their desk. It's hustle culture, sink or swim. It's I'm trying my best with no allowance of rest. Somewhere in London tonight, in a moody little jazz bar, musicians tinkle keys, black and ivory. A woman clocks a man and feels wanted. Wow, he's really got the eyes for me. As they move in time to the music, she's already pretending it's their first dance. He's weighing up how strong she is, and in this whirlwind Walthamstow romance, he's just made his first advance. She's not quite sure she wants to kiss him, so she twists her head to miss him, but he's charismatic candy and his tight grip pulls her back in. He says his mates all went home early and in a stroke of luck he found her. He's got a one bed near Clapham Common with a view that will astound her, but she's not sure. But amidst the hazy blur of G&Ts, he says, I've booked a cab, it's Uber Lux, and I'd love if you came home with me. Somewhere in London tonight, I don't really want to say what happened next. It's just that since that night, she still hears his voice and has ignored every "Are you okay?" text, because putting things in writing always makes them real, and they say ignorance is bliss, so we avoid, so we don't feel, and all the while the cycle repeats. Please stop, be gentle, and I'd rather not fall on deaf ears. White sheets are stained with blood, and trying to sleep always tastes like salty tears, and this isn't a one-off, this is a collective biggest fear. Somewhere in London tonight, around 4.5 million women are dreaming. Dreaming of a future where the worst outcome of a first date would be that you don't really fancy each other, rather than two officers knocking hard on a door painfully answered by a now childless mother. We are dreaming of a world where only positive connotations come with the word smother. Someone is rocking their crying baby whilst he somehow interprets yes from a maybe. Someone is counting sheep whilst bruises that even mattresses make sore won't allow her to sleep. A couple choose a movie and are settling down while it's 3 a.m. and going home drunk with him feels safer than staying alone in town. Someone still has a few hours at their desk, and although she was raped, he continues to evade arrest. But hey, here's to the best years of our lives, right? Here's to being sisters, mothers, daughters, and wives, right? Here's to how far we have come and how sickeningly far we still have to go before we arrive, right? Because somewhere in the world, somewhere among the mess, our gender became synonymous with less, and when our actions are vacant, we string words to address, and it's in places like this that we decompress. And I know that victims should never be the ones who have to put things right. But somewhere in London, somewhere tonight, by sharing, we continue to peacefully fight. Thank you.
Let's hear it again for Celene. Damn. Holy shit. See, this is why we come to word of fucking mouth. Incredible. Thank you so much for that. Wow. Right, we are going to stick to that exact same table over there. You're halfway through eating, young man. So just finish what's in your mouth, so to speak. Don't stand up yet. I haven't introduced you. So this person is one of my... I only really discovered him like a couple of months ago, but he's already become one of my favourite poets. And he's a bloody good human as well. Good looking. Well, you can make that decision yourself when he's up here. Please give it up. I just like his name. It's like something from the Beano or something. Please give it up for Danny Mash. It's a big room, it's a big room. Go on, Danny. Thank
you very much. I'm going to take it. I've been using the mic in my hand recently. It's been going quite well, so I'm going to try it out today. I'm aware there's cameras, so you tell me where I need to stand. Is this good? Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely the least prepared I've ever been. I'm midway through a delicious aubergine dish, and I had a really, really bad nap about 2 hours ago. So this could go wrong, but let's do this. My name is Danny Mash. This is called Things Women Shouldn't Wear. Women shouldn't wear other people's expectations on their shoulders. The pressures to become a mum, judgment of what they choose to do with their bodies, socks with sandals. Women shouldn't wear football shirts if they're going swimming, and women shouldn't wear little bikinis if they're playing football. Women shouldn't wear 6-inch heels if they're off to space, and women shouldn't wear... I keep forgetting what I'm saying. Let's go. And women shouldn't wear something too revealing if they're on The Masked Singer. Women shouldn't wear a hijab, a burqa, a chador, or a niqab on their feet. And women shouldn't wear rugby boots on their head. Women shouldn't wear double denim. Women shouldn't wear something that exposes their muscles if someone nearby has a shellfish allergy. Women shouldn't wear just a sports bra if they're off to space, and women shouldn't wear a spacesuit inside out. Women shouldn't wear something they don't want to and should wear something they do. It's pretty fucking simple. Women shouldn't wear your creepy public transport eyes on their body. Women shouldn't wear a fake smile because you think she should cheer up, love. Women shouldn't wear sexism at the workplace, sexism at the leisure place, sexism between the work and the leisure place. Women shouldn't wear the burden of speaking up when it's too much, the burden of saying no when we didn't ask for a yes. Women shouldn't wear the boredom of someone telling them their skirt is too short because they've had it up to here. Women shouldn't wear a key in their hand when they walk home at night. So wear your 6-inch heels, your something revealing, your lingerie, your tiny bikinis, your sports bra, your sports shirts, your space suits and your short skirts, your mesh top, your ugly shoes, your double denim and your rugby boots, your burqa, your hijab, your chador, your niqab, your heart on your sleeve. Because honestly, you shouldn't have to wear their expectations. They ain't your size. The pressures, they don't suit you. And societal norms, they ain't your colour. Where were we? Where were we when we were aware we were wearing women down? Why weren't we willing women to wear what women want to wear when we would be nowhere without women? Where were we? Oh yeah, socks with sandals. Women shouldn't wear socks with sandals unless they want to. Thank you very much.
Give it up for our boy, Danny Mash. You can enjoy your food now. You said you had a really bad nap. What does that mean? Lasted too long. Okay, fair enough. Just never heard that phrase before. Really bad nap. Sounds fucking brilliant to me. Am I all lined up with this camera right now? Have I fucked it up? Is it all right? Okay, good. As long as you're getting the beard and the hair and the chest hair as well, that'd be fucking great. So if you like a line, not a line, but a poetry one, let's get an example of those clicks going. If something is really, really fascinating, I want to hear your applause. And let's hear your biggest hen party whoop on 3. 1, 2, 3. That was pretty nice. Okay, cool. We'll capture that in the footage and just add that to all the acts. Right, we're going to go right on. It's one of our own. This is one of my favourites as well. This is getting all nice now. So, it's one of our word-of-mouth disciples, frankly, sat over there in the darkness with a lovely jumper on. She's amazing. You're going to fucking love her. Her name is, it sounds like poetry. Please give it up for Hollie D. Woo! Yeah.
Hi, can you all hear me? Yeah. Oh, it's really dark. I can't see anyone. This is amazing. Okay, I'm on my own, practicing. So my name's Hollie D, and this piece is called I'm So in Love with My Friends. Those cosmic connections across dimensions, heart chakras opening like Care Bear light beam extensions. That's how it feels to be so in love with my friends. You know those ride or die to the bitter ends, the ones that make your brain fizz, send your hearts all aflutter, those long hugs goodbye, not a worry or a stutter, and I love yous exchanged like melted silken butter. You know the friends that turn up unannounced, love the friends that plan for months ahead so we can all get out the house. The time traveller friends you see once a year who seem to stop time and space every time you embrace. I love the friends that send you flowers. I love the friends that send you memes. I love the friends that send you 9-minute-long voice notes outlining all their worries, hopes and their dreams. I love my let's get dressed up and dance all night. I love my let's stay in with a comedy and have a takeaway night. I love my let's sit over a coffee and put the world to rights. I love my let's hide away in a log cabin and cry for a few nights. I love my let's heal in nature, let's dance in the sun. Let's both write some poetry and purposely leave it undone. I love the friends that check there's a nut-free vegan option for you. I love the friends that check on the friends who always forget to ask at a restaurant if there's a nut-free vegan option for you. The friends who genuinely care. The friends who really feel you, the friends who really, really see you. The friends who see when you're wearing your heart too long on your sleeve and offer to hold on to it for you to give you a chance to breathe. Hearts can be heavy, but only true friends know that levy. Then there's the divine timing friends, the ones that live 2 hours away and just happen to be near in that moment your life hits rock bottom and you're overwhelmed with fear. The angel friends who hold space for you, the good time friends that always hold a place at the table for you, that let's do something crazy. I want to feel adrenaline and feel alive with you, that let's travel far away. I want to see the wonders of the world with you, that let's try the new dog-friendly cafe, let's explore some plant medicines. Let's keep it real, become better people so we can help each other to heal. Friends, you, me, this perfect duality. And just like you, I promise I'll always be that friend full of infinite love to the bitter end. In any time of need, let me help refill your soul. Let me help you plant that seed. Let me be that phone call, that text, or that soundboard for something exciting you have coming up next. Now, I can't walk in them, but I promise to walk side by side you whilst you're in your shoes. Support you however you choose. I want to be that lifeline you never ever have to use. I drive miles for you, I'd come find you if you were lost. I'd help cover you if you're short on cost. I would fly across the world if it was the very last time I'd ever get to see you. I'd give you my undivided time. I'd give you my last dime. Fuck it, my last Rolo, my last sheet of paper, my last creative idea, my dear, that's practically my heart. I mean, how beautiful is that? You see, I learnt from the start, done properly, true friendship is really an art. And when I'm around you, you make me feel full, you are my all, you're truly mesmerising. When I'm around you, I can't stop smiling, my heart's imploding, senses overloading. You add to my happiness and value to my life, fill me up with gratitude every time we meet, whether arranged at an event or at a gym or spontaneously walking down the street. And I love how you always elevate me and how we seem to do everything in tandem. We're mirrors, reflected, we're one, we're cosmic bliss, we're not random. I love these lives we've lived before and these new memories we'll weave again. I appreciate you now and I hope I get to appreciate you 1,000 lifetimes again. I've got so much love for my friends and I don't think that kind of love ever ends. Thank you, I've been Hollie D.
Whoa, let's hear it for Hollie D. Incredible. What a ray of sunshine. And what a lovely, lovely jumper as well. Right, we're going to crack on. You're amazing, mate. Thank you so much. This person I haven't seen in a little while perform. Yeah. So I'm really, really, really excited to have them back. I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck this microphone stand works. There it is. Please, please, please make some fucking hen party noise for Doberman. Woo!
Thank you. It's a bit underwhelming that, wasn't it, when it was just fucking right there. Yeah, so I'm actually like more of a like rapper than a poet. So it's pretty fucked that I'm going to read this next thing off my phone. So just don't tell any of the hip hop community or I might get fired. Yeah, this one's called Possibilities. It's the second time I've done it. I'm doing it because George asked me to. So I hope you like it. In a bit. It is possible to buy a pint of lager for less than £3. It is possible for the guy bringing your drawer to be punctual. It is possible that he is not at the Subaru garage, and it is possible that he will be longer than 10 minutes. It is possible to get by without pronouncing the letter T. It is possible to make eye contact without the intent of fighting or shagging. It is possible to go swimming within 30 minutes of a meal. It is possible that the most confident people in your life are not the most knowledgeable. It is possible that we are misinformed. It is possible to meet someone new and not ask what their job is. It is possible that you are on the wrong path but won't realise until it's too late. It's possible that's okay. It's possible that's just how life works. It is possible to pass someone on a narrow corridor and not apologise. It is possible to want change for your country and still have love for it. It is possible to not read the news. It is possible to not know every single facet of your own political perspective. It is possible to just say when you don't know something. It is possible to shut the fuck up. It is possible. It is possible that if you chat shit, you will in fact get banged. It is possible to be intelligent but in no way academic. It's also possible to have a 2-1 degree from a reputable university and still be a fucking yogurt. It is possible to overcome back pain. It is possible to do the splits. It is possible to be medically healthy without having a six-pack on your dick. It is possible. It's possible that she's not into you, bro. It's possible for you to leave it. And it's possible that most men need to have a word with themselves. It is possible to put yourself first without being selfish. It is possible to make more money by spending more money. It is possible to live in London and speak to strangers. It is possible to ask someone to move down when they're stood there like a fucking lemon and other people can't get on the tube. It is possible you will be ignored, and it is possible you can say it again, but louder. It is possible to escape the 9 to 5. It is possible to run a business as someone with zero interest in business. It is possible you will struggle, but it's possible that it'll be the most worthwhile thing you ever do. It is possible to have talents you don't monetize. It's possible to make art you never share. It's possible that your conversation is your creative gift to the world. And it's possible that we all overlook this. It is possible to check your biases and not let them affect your behavior in the same way it's possible to hold in a piss till you've reached the toilet. It is possible to be doing just fine without a mortgage. Ta for asking. It is possible that nothing you love will last. It is possible that happiness is fleeting. It is possible that good things happen for no good reason. It is possible you have more than one soulmate. It's possible to find joy in the mundane. It's possible you don't need these words. It's possible to just nod your head. It's possible to just like the beat. It's possible to ignore me. It's possible to just be. Yeah, you got a lot of possibilities. I'm Doberman at Doberman WI on social media. I'm sat right there. Come say hello. Ta-ra.
Damn, fucking hell. Give it up for Doberman. He's sat right there. Jesus Christ. Well, let's keep that energy up. So we have got one more guest poet ending this round. They are a poet. They are a man of great beard, educator, and we're all going to be sat enjoying this in his classroom right now. Please give it up for Casey. Yeah.
I'm a word teacher. A grammatical leaper, vocabulary keeper, in tune with two languages, exploring the nuances of two more. Idiomas, el portal a la comunicación door. I'm a poetical preacher, let my words feature. Soy activista, siempre opti, pesimista, realista. Let me teach ya. Una sociedad corrupta. Líderes corruptos. Entonces mi flow erupta. Vía ese viaducto. Let me conduct you to la verdad. C'est vrai, la realidad es que el arte es el único truth. El arte es el único truth. Let it lead our souls and give society its real boost. Oof, weaving words into a tapestria of worth to be understood and heard. Poesia, the basket that carries your historias to the casket on your deathbed, embedded into the world. See, once you're gone, you're gone. Adios. What you've left behind will live on. Gracias, Dios. That's why my vocation is my art, and mi arte, mi vocación, creatividad lives within me. What a revelación. These moments where you realize you are meant to be in art, around art, participando en arte, siendo arte. Esa es la primera parte de mi exploración en español. Saying a poem in two languages takes its toll. Soy Casey Arturo, and my words are on a roll. Thank you. Thank you very much. Soy Casey Arturo. My actual real name is Casey Arthur Breeden, but Arthur in Spanish is Arturo, and the Spanish language means a lot to me. It's a big part of my life, and I'm actually a Spanish secondary school teacher, which is a major part of a lot of the poetry I do, but I don't want to focus too much on that tonight. However, there was a special time where I was cleaning or organising the Spanish dictionaries in my classroom, and I picked up one, and there was a rather long-shaped penis on the bind. And along the shaft read this marvellous line. Sir is a dickhead! But he ain't too bad. Chat while he's talking and he will get mad. Boss man teacher loves habla español. Hola, ¿qué tal? Getting his good books for more bants and lulls. We don't need the toilet, but we take the piss. He won't miss a trick. He knows all our conniving schemes. But I'm better bored, sir. Do you know what I mean? You can't convince me that learning is fun. I reckon on the weekend he likes to read. I can say that, though. Look at his beard. Hippie hipster professor, managed proper weird. Thinks he's lighting up school with a song and a dance. But allow that, fam. I ain't doing no prancing or dancing or participating. Nah. I'd rather be in a park. Mastering my badman stance, my social position. Get out of school ASAP. Ain't that the mission? Thank you. So, I teach in a South London school, and I love the kids so much, and some of them are so damaged and fucked up and give me so much shit, and I love it, and I think that's a certain type of personality, and it's made me love being in London, and I've lived in South London now for nearly 4 years, I think, and I feel like I'm at home here, but the problem is, I'm not a Londoner, but I do love London town. But this life might just leave me dead in the ground. I feel at home in the smoke, no joke. You can take the boy out of Surrey, but not the Surrey out the boy. I grew up in this little town called West Byfleet, playing with toys. In a quiet little place, I made quite a lot of noise, and I grew up with this undefined identity. So I went and explored the world. See, I'm a non-stop adventurer, a constant seeker of a sweeter lifestyle, lively. I want to freestyle, but I better just style out this life in London town. I've heard some say it's a merry-go-round, but I found it ain't that merry. Where the fuck's Pippin? Allow, fuck this, I'm going to get some piffin. I'm struggling to get out of those habits. I get stuck down a hole with Roger Rabbit. I want to take Egyptian and just stub it, go for the juggler. I just won't have it. Weed and mushrooms need that magic. Don't want to get caught in the rat race tragic. By my grace, I just won't have it. There's so much pressure to socialise, busy social lives. So many living out these social lives. I force myself out because I'm a social guy. This emotional life has got my mind hive melting. Busy bees up there working on the next move. No rest for this wicked in this city of witches and wizards. Still finding my groove. Are our leaders lizards? Hi, I'm new in town. My name's Stokey. I'm a gentrifier, bear wokey. Hardcore hipster, don't smoke me. These toxic fumes won't choke me. I shoot a wry smile in Peckham. The girl I like moved to Wrexham, but I don't care, I'm not even vexed, man. Only cry one night and I look for the next one. You see, I like my satisfaction instant, but I'm a little more oat flat white. White's got me up all night again, shite hung over again. Someone get me an egg, I've woken up in Hendon. My new girlfriend lives in Haggerston. Take an edgy photo in Camden, go to Brixton, jam with the mandem. Brixton, ton upon ton of sick fun, never done. Brixton, that soul of South London. Don't throw stones in glass houses. You don't understand, I actually live in a crystal palace. Because I'm a king with very few things, but free expression is my ting. It makes my heart sing sweet dulcet rings, a longing for a quieter life, perplexed as to what to do next. It all hangs on the edge of that knife. Thank you very much. It's so fun to get up here and have all of your beautiful, attentive eyes looking at me and listening to me, and I appreciate every single one of you, and I appreciate Jamie and George and Harry and all the Word of Mouth team, and all of the poets that came before me, someone headlining Poets Palace last night and performing at Poets Palace last night, and someone I saw perform last week is coming up, and Hollie D is one of my... Hollie D and I wrote So Much Love for My Friends with the same prompt at the same time, so I've got a poem that's So Much Love for My Friends, so you doing that right before I came on was very special, and I just want to express my gratefulness in a moment where life is actually fucking hard. And I haven't had a very good day, and you wouldn't know that, but I want to share it because I didn't want to come earlier. It's mad, isn't it? I didn't want to come. I had a shit nap too. I had a nap and it did not do any kind of trick. I know, it exists. Yeah, no, I thought I'd go and escape and maybe have a moment in my garden in nature, but it was just shitting it down with rain. But nature does usually do the trick for me and provide that escapism. So I'm going to do one last poem, then I'm going to get off. Nature naturally nurtures human nature's natural need for naturalization. I said nature naturally nurtures human nature's natural need for naturalization. The grass cuts the breeze, my hair dances, I fall to my knees, summer symphonies conducted by the immediate natural elements, playing my heartstrings. I submit to nature's call, I'm at your mercy. Take me where you will, root me, don't uproot me. The older I get, the more I have to give. I'm rooted into the ground, this is where I live. Allow me to tangle into you, electromagnetically. Deep to shallow, interconnected trees. I am the fungus that shares your memories, conveyed through hundreds of thousands of millions and billions of a forest's energies. Ages of reproductive follicles in the foliage lie Mother Nature's oracles, and I'm reborn as an early spring flower, providing most potent pollen of the hour. So insightful, my foresight in tune with energetic glows, freedom grows and flows within me, hones in on me, finding home in me. Connection to the earth sets me free. I'm a kingfisher. I can fly. I'm a bee. I'm a whale jumping out the sea. I'm a wibbly wobbly gliding jelly. Gut instinct prevails out my belly. I want to be heard. I'll give it some welly. Ah, give it! I'm a goose in a gaggle. Tails all a waggle. I'm a lion's ripping roar, an eagle's swooping claw. I'm the stillness of the stalking stalk, the tiger's never-ending walk. I'm the caterpillar blindly crawling, soon to be a butterfly. I'm transforming. I am nature. My body is nature, pushed and pulled by the full moon. Wolf howling, arse up like a baboon. Hyena growling, cat purring, hummingbird whirring. I'm stirring with the excitement of just being alive on this planet. It's magic and healing, just being grateful that you're breathing alongside it all. Nature naturally nurtures. Thank you very much, everybody.
Let's hear it for Casey. Fucking hell. Sir's got bars. Fucking hell, man. Right, we are going to take a little 20-minute recess, but before we do, let's just give it up for everyone in that first round. That was incredible. So go and have a piss, go and have a sniff, go and have a shit nap, and we'll see you in 20 minutes.
How was your first shoot with the word of mouth guys?
Well, it was great. It went quickly, super professional. There was a lot of freedom to just play with whatever shots and scenes we were doing.
Don't you dare embarrass me! After what you did when Ramsey came here, I should have killed you all! Get your finger out your ass, CV!
Okay, so Kid Anansi, I like to describe him as the boogeyman that heterosexuals check under their bed for, as I'm in the cupboard secretly plotting to expose you all to the bisexual agenda.
I can only describe as a cautionary tale of what to expect if you were to date me, told from the perspective of all my exes. And it's called Jamal Isn't Bad at Sex, but.
Jamal is the person you meet before, like, the cameras are on and all that stuff. Right now, I'm kind of, like, flicking between the two. So I guess I've always just had a problem expressing myself. It's all the things that I would love to say in regular life, but I'm way too awkward most of the time, so I just, I let all that expression, all that zaniness come out whenever I can.
Everyone start my bang on the tables, yes! Let's make a noise complaint! Welcome to Word of Mouth, can everybody make some noise?
I am a corner shop. I am a weird amalgamation of just the main important things, and I do not want anything else. There will be no brie or gorgonzola inside of me. There is just cheddar. I mean, I love brie and gorgonzola personally, but I'm not gonna have people know that I sometimes think I might be a Waitrose.
I taste your soup. I wish I had a way to express myself, but I've just got soup. Soup, this tasty soup, this spicy carrot vegetable soup.
Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Word of Mouth London Live. Give yourself a round of applause. Please, please, please give it up for everyone that performed in that first round. I felt all the emotions, all the emotions. So are we ready for another sort of 45 minutes of poetry? When I say word off, you say mouth. Word of, word of, word of. That worked quite well, didn't it? Right, we are going to kick it off with another wild, wild card coming from the table all the way over there. I haven't seen them perform yet, but I'm well fucking excited. So please give it up for Ema! Woo! She's coming from miles away.
Thank you. So I've got two poems. This first one, trigger warning. I wrote this when I was really not very well with an eating disorder, and it's basically my flatmates that lived with me didn't know what was going on, and yeah. I'm the kind of tired that coffee just can't cure. No amount of stolen sleep will appease it. There's a devil on my shoulder, and he sets my mind on fire. But he's what keeps me breathing, so it's not like I can leave him. And he tells me there's too much of me, there'll never be enough of me. He tells me I'm a calamity, a social liability. Shut it out. Shut it down, you say, as though that hadn't come to me. As though it's elementary, especially frustrating when it's me that's being shut down and you that's being shut out. I know you're trying to be patient with the psychiatric patient who's crying into biscuit tins, trying to justify all the pain she puts herself through just to get herself through. They say you're meant to starve a fever, but starving only made it meaner. And I promise you, I am trying to talk over the static electricity in my head, but I am screaming. And you look at me like I'm some sort of mute maniac. And you tell me that you can't read minds. Well, sorry, darling, nor can I, and most especially not mine. And so, between us, only sighs and groans and other moans of pain can explain the anger we both feel at me. I am inarticulate and frustrated that you don't know what I'm trying to say, even though I don't know myself. There are boulders on my shoulders, pins and needles in my soul, and the sweaty, sinking feeling of everything being frozen but my face and the underside of my arms. And the tip of my tongue is bleeding from repeating that I don't know what's wrong with me. This isn't how it's meant to be. I'm drowning in apologies. Oh, fuck. There's something wrong with me. I self-medicate with vodka, diet, ginger ale, and the lips and the hips of anonymous women who kiss me until I nearly believe I'm worth it. And you look at me and you ask, why? And I'm sure that somewhere, somehow, there's an answer to that question, where this fervour and obsession doesn't paint me as a mad woman, but I might as well embrace it and reclaim it because it seems to be the truth. Because I know that it's illogical how I keep myself functional, and you can't understand at all why I'm being so impossible, but I promise you this is my best attempt to let you get to sleep on time, to occupy my restless mind with anything but itself, to let you worry about council tax, not whether I've had morning snack, or whether I'll pass out at work, or what to do for Pancake Tuesday, or my birthday, or Christmas. And I'm sorry for the nights I couldn't breathe and you could not placate me. Anorexia speaks in a language I understand but cannot speak myself. I can only apologize at my anger for your lack of fluency. I didn't know what I was talking about. How I would bitch and scream and cry and try to spin an alibi to heavy-hearted, weary sighs who'd spent such time in hopeless tries to bring me back from a brink I had created. And I don't think this gratitude can be summed up in poetic platitudes, but thank you, and I'm sorry, and thank you for chatting shit so loudly I can't hear myself think. I love you. Thank you. Oh gosh, thank you. I have a slightly happier one about friends. I was actually inspired to read this by Hollie's poem because I loved what you wrote. When I say we're soulmates, I don't mean that ours is a story predetermined by the fates or by the stars being in a certain place the days that we were born. I don't think that there's some cosmic cloth from which we both were torn and set on earth to find ourselves to stitch it back together. We could have both lived happy lives even if we'd never gone to drama class on Fridays after school. When I say we're soulmates, I do not mean we're ruled by premonition, providence, or packs of tarot cards. I know we only slot together so exactly as we are because we let one another love each other as soon as we were able. Because here's the thing, I don't think the shapes of souls are stable. I don't think that we're all jigsaws needing parts to be complete. A human soul is like wet clay, and everyone we meet forms us and reforges and distorts us just a bit. So the reason that the two of us now hold a pair that fit is from friction and erosion and abrasion from each other. Soulmates are a thing we make, not something we discover. There's no reason that I met you in that hostel in Berlin, or the psychiatric day patient program we were in, or the friend from uni's best friend that I lived with for a year. There's no reason that I met you. But there's a reason I'm still here. There's a reason that I hold your hand and tell you when I'm hurt. A reason when you talk me down even when it's fucking hard work. You're not a missing piece of mine, and I am not one of yours. But if I woke up tomorrow in another universe and was given some fantastic chance to start my life again, I'd repeat every shitty choice that let me be your friend. I'd relive all my worst bits just to get to cry with you. Because if we hadn't shared those laughs and tears, I really don't know who I'd be. So much of me today is made up of shit we've done together, that when I say we're soulmates, I mean if you left forever, I could go on without you, but I don't doubt it would suck. And I would never be able to be again the person that I was before I met you. And I think you'd be the same. if for whatever reason you could not see me again. I know I fucked your sense of humour up beyond all recognition. I've influenced your music tastes and some small parts of your diction. I've made you read my favourite books and ruined one or two of your all-time favourite films when I've watched them with you and chatted shit so loudly that you couldn't help but smile. There's so many things from you and I will never leave behind. These imprints in each other's clay we'll forget weren't always there and show off their pretty patterns to anyone who cares to take a second glance. They'll only see one person. Not the past that made your colours bold or turned my writing cursive. There's a million other lifetimes where the pair of us aren't friends. And I'm sure the me's that live those lives are perfectly content, like they're happy and they're healthy and they're who they need to be, but I'm not sure that I'd know them if I passed them on the street. So when I say we're soulmates, I mean we chose to be. I mean I'm me because of you and you're you because of me. I mean I love the person that loving you has made me. And I'm so grateful for the happenstance and random chance that gave me the chance to have the choice to choose you as my soulmate. So fuck the stars. I love you. Let me know when you're in safe. Thanks.
Holy shit. What a start to the second round. Get it up for Ema. Dreamer. She literally had to write down her name for me and in brackets write Dreamer. It's pronounced Dreamer. And I still fucked it up. Thank you so much. That was incredible. Fuck, what a start. Right, we're going to carry on this momentum. This is a person about to perform who didn't even realise they were going to perform tonight, but such is her luck. Please give it up for Anansi. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised that I'm performing, but why not? I will use this opportunity to share a new piece with you. It's called The Perfect Woman, and it's about me. So, enjoy. I am the perfect woman, the woman of all dreams. I'll fulfill every sexual desire you can think of, and be super sexy all for you. All the while, obviously, I am a virgin too. I'm basically like a sexy nun, a sexy prude, innocent but rude, but only in the right kind of ways. I'm skinny, but curvy, athletic, but never too much. Every part of me or what I am just waiting for your touch. I'm independent, but not excessively. I'll still need you, but also never expect you to pay. In fact, I'll take care of all of your bills, but still make you the provider to show me the way. Because that's how it works, right? I'll never have controversial opinions. Well, no, I will, but only in the fun, cute kind of way. Just so you can feel challenged without really being challenged. Because at the end of the day, who wants a woman with a voice? I'm edgy and fashionable, but only in ways that make you comfortable. I carefully read your mind for the lines to never cross, and I'll caress the fuck out of your ego just to show you that you're the boss. I'm a princess and a tomboy, unless that's not what you like. In that case, I'll find a third way to be whoever you want me to be. Yes, I get it. Of course, you want me to belong to you, but also behave like I'm free. That makes sense. But one day, I'll wake up. The heavy chains of my resentment resting on my shoulders where I've carried it all. And I'll look in the mirror, not knowing who I am or what it was all for. Thank you.
Give it up for Sinkski. Come on. Damn. Fucking amazing. You're incredible. Thank you for being here. Jesus Christ. Right. Speaking of perfect women, is everyone up for one of our guest stars tonight? Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. I don't even think she's up for it. Right, we're going to do this. So, actor, podcaster, an amazing poet. Please give it up for Caitlin O'Ryan. Woo! Yeah.
Wow. What's that about not holding women to impossible standards? Anyway. Okay, I've really struggled with what poems to do today, so I'm gonna decide as I go. This is the first one. Hey, you're okay. I know it feels like life might be rolling away, but come back to yourself. Stay strong. The beauty of life is in getting things wrong. We're not long for this world, you and I. Better to end having everything tried than die trying to scrape back time, rifling through what could have beens in our minds. Hey, you're all right. I know that it feels like you're caught in a fight. Sometimes it's outwards, but mostly within. There's a war going on and it's under your skin. I see you're in pain. I understand. Life hasn't gone quite the way you had planned, but come back to yourself. Stay strong. It may be that this was the plan all along. Hey, this will pass. I know that this feels like the wake of a blast. I know that there's anger. I know that there's shame. And so many feelings you're struggling to name. I know that you're running and don't know what from. I know that there's days when you wish there were none, and gone is the freedom that you used to feel. Drifting through life slowly lost its appeal. There's a realness now to the choices you make. A more human cost if you make a mistake. You're dancing on eggshells, coughing up smoke, deflecting questions with diverting jokes. You're screaming for change but can't quite create it. Stifled by life but so scared to detonate it. You're awaiting something, but don't know quite what. You had it once, but by now you've forgot. It's a lot. It's almost too much to hold. You're searching for something to make you feel whole or feel held. And in the quiet of night where your body once melded to another, you lay awake remembering all the lovers that you could have, or you should have, or you would have, if life had gone a different way. You play out all the means in which you might have made them stay, if just for one more measly moment, one more mediocre day. But please, hold on. Please hold your nerve. Don't you dare fucking settle for less than you deserve. You are loved. You're not alone. In this place you have a home. In this space where people meet just to hear another speak some words of comfort or connection. A place of laughter or reflection. A place of rage and introspection. Where every single person here has overcome rejection or is dealing with it now. If you'll allow, let us hold your imperfections for a portion of the evening. And take the deepest breath just to remind yourself you're breathing. Let this be a part of healing. And know that everything you're feeling, someone else has felt it too. Let the darkest part of others shine a light inside of you. You've been so strong. And in this moment here right now, you've found where you belong. Thank you. Thanks. I was debating whether to do a slightly funnier one, but fuck it, I'm on a heavy vibe. The world's heavy. This poem is about performative activism. Instead of bras, I'm setting my Twitter alight. A provocative tweet that, if written right, might ruffle the feathers of followers unfavoured, who'll swiftly unfollow right after they've savoured the opportunity to proudly pronounce their distaste. A loud reply laced with obnoxious contempt and a scattering of torn. An attempt by them to publicly thorn my opinion and deflate my views, or simply dismiss me because I can't see past the boobs. And I'll convince myself that I've made a difference, that for every unfollow there'll be someone who's listening, and that my little tweet might reach about 10 who, if they should retweet, will help to stem that idea into a branch. And my little tweet might be given the chance to enter more feeds and attract more thumbs, to rise up out of the gutter, away from the slums and into the mainstream, where teams of people will take up arms, rejoicing the leader they read in their palms, who awoke them from their scrolling slumbers, and through their awakening drove them out in their numbers, trickling through streets, becoming a tide to wash out the bourgeois, overturning the times, taking back power for what we hold dear. No room for racist, climate change deniers here. Out with you sexist, skeptical preachers, you liars, you thieves, you power-hungry leeches. For too long we've let you fight over the reins. Now your horsemen are here and we're demanding change. You set fire to our home, tore our country apart. Enough is enough. We want a fresh start. And from out of the rubble, a phoenix will grow. In pyjamas and slippers, our unlikely hero will flip-flop up to the soapbox stand, groggy, bemused, phone in hand, branded forever a freedom fighter whose little tweet pulled a viral overnighter, who spoke to the hearts of so many people, who asked, not for power, but for all to be equal. An inspiration for a redundant generation who barely recognise their home. Proof you can change the world, and all you need is your phone. I step forward to address the adoring cheers, but I'm struck by the realization I am not the only one here. There are hundreds now jostling to take control of the mic, thousands of others setting their phones alight. But with so many choices and so much white noise, it's impossible to distinguish a single voice, blending together a blur of dissatisfaction, an offended, lethargic way of taking action. Thumbs fire like bullets out into the ether, drawing out of the shadows a tempestuous creature who feeds on confusion and indecision, pouncing when it picks up on potential divisions. Snarling, it circles, then comes to a standstill, its eyes overwhelmed by what it sees in this land filled with anger and pain, poverty and pride, a nation abetting their own suicide. Satisfied, the creature slinks back to its cell. What more can I do? They're destroying themselves. Hovering, my thumb gently presses the send, preparing myself for this riot I penned. A whole day I wait so that I can really savor it. Some notifications. I click. 2 retweets, 1 favourite. Thank you. Thanks. Here's a nicer one. Spotify playlists have become a place that keep displayed the songs we've played and listened to. There's no escaping you. My history is filled with moments spent content and lying in each other's arms, phone passed eagerly between interlocked palms, tapping in titles, artists and bands, a way to understand each other, expand one another's context of where we came from and what we've survived, the lyrics and music that soundtracked our lives up until this very instant. Instinctively, we start off tentative, still attempting to give off the impression we've got taste, scared to face the illusion of seeming uncool, ruling out songs we were into at school, editing our guilty pleasures to feel less guilty. Ultimately, I want you to still be into me. Each melody leaves us more exposed. I want you to show me what nobody knows. I want you to show me the music you've grown with so we can grow closer together. Share the B-sides you love, beside me under the covers. Share with me your favourite covers. Infiltrate my Spotify playlist. Make my daily mixes a reason to miss you daily as it shuffles through the songs you've played me. And they'll stay with me for the rest of our time, and if they should end, I'll keep them and they'll become mine. Another song with a story for someone else's Spotify. Thank you. Thanks. This is my last one. At what point do you tell your girl a park's not just for play? At night time, stay away, there's danger lurking all around. Around about dusk, the rustles in the bushes might be home to something much more menacing than bushy-tailed creatures that are out to steal your crisps. The risks of a shortcut. I bet your Uber's kept afloat out of women's pockets, make their profits as the cons of walking home alone far outweighs the pros. And does she know that she'll pay for a taxi to avoid getting murdered by a stranger, then spend the entire journey aware of the danger that this might be the stranger who will finally murder her? If I had £1 for all the pounds lost due to the cost of having to consider getting home without accostation, I still wouldn't earn the same as men. But then again, the system's rigged to constantly remind us our beauty is behind us, and so we must invest in lotions and potions, the extent of the ocean, to maintain a sense of relevance. I'm relatively sure if I'd have saved all the money that promised flatter tummies or younger skin or looking thin or better hair or buying uncomfortable underwear for him, well, I'd be halfway to a mortgage. But more than that, I'd have a sense of power back. They profit off our lack, you see. Attack appearance constantly, confine us to the binary of slut or saint. We can't escape, but both are tainted. We're well acquainted with the shame, born into a losing game. And it's the same with contraception. Sex is no exception. We're expected to bear the burden or else bear a birth that we never expected, hadn't projected for. And if we're lucky enough to get the pill for free, the bill will be floated by our bloated bodies. And it could cost us anything from mood swings and low sex drive to blood clots and higher rates of suicidal thoughts and depression. It's given the impression that we accept this as part of the course of womanhood, but it is understood that we would never expect this from a man, and who would trust them anyway. So we'll pay more to conform to societal norms, even down to spending more on our school uniforms, 12% more for a girl's blazer, not to mention on tampons and razors. It's crazy, but so normalised that it used to not faze me. Sometimes I wonder who I'd be if I existed just for me, if my entire existence hadn't consisted of persistently viewing myself through a male's gaze, if the haze lifted and I could wear whatever the fuck I want without consequence. And yet, I'm well aware of the hypocrisy of getting older. I'm well aware that not too far from now, their looks I once despised, I'll begin to crave. It's exposing in their light, but so much colder in their shade. If a woman falls in a forest and there's no man there to save her, can she even say she lived at all? I dread the moment I might feel it invisible, where my aging body is less considerable. No wonder people are getting surgery to feel less fucking miserable. Do you know how it feels to hover above yourself? Hyper aware, the left foot in the present, the right not really there because it's running away with itself, preparing itself for what could possibly go wrong because it has gone wrong. I'm tired of constant vigilance. I'm tired of constant vigils. They seem to be rising without uprising, and yet we act surprised every time another woman gets killed. Don't be too nice, it'll get you killed. Don't be so rude, it'll get you killed. Socialized into a politeness that still gets us killed. They rap bitch at us, and then within the same breath they complain they're not getting enough respect, and it's reflected in real life. It's reflected in banter with the guys. It's reflected in the wage gap, the thigh gap, the orgasm gap, the fact that victims are rarely believed, the fact that justice is barely achieved, the fact that it costs us so much more to just be. So tell me, because I want to hear what you have to say for it. At what point do you tell your girl her life is only worth what she is able to pay for it? Thank you.
Oh, holy fucking shit. Give it up for Kathleen, alright? Caitlin, alright? Caitlin, you're incredible. Thank you so much. Fuck me. Please, can I go on your podcast? Please. Jesus Christ. I don't know what to do with that. We all kind of need a breather, don't we? Just, right. When I say word off, you say mouth. Word of. Word of. Word of. And breathe. It's quite weird to get an audience to shout out the word mouth in quick succession, isn't it? Right. We are going to get the brains, the brawn, and the beard behind word of mouth on this stage right now. He's been lugging a camera the whole time. You know him very, very well. It's our boy. It's George Lawrence. Give it up. Give it up.
Hello, people. How we doing tonight? We good? I feel like there's been a theme going on tonight. What are we feeling? Yeah. I'm actually going to do something relatively new. I'll see how far I get to it. I once had a discussion with someone ages ago, and we were talking about me. If you know me, I talk deep. I go deep into subjects, and we talk about the violence that's happening in London at the moment. And I said, you know why it is? It's because people, kids in particular, are just playing video games and it makes them violent. And I'm just like, dickhead. That is not the case. And I kind of wrote this poem as a response to that. And this poem is called Drive Slow. This masculine chain males makes young males nail their roots into the venomous soil that once sprouted them. The heavy gravity that grounded them into the dirt so the size of their stem cannot peer over that white picket fence beyond this nuclear fallout signposted home. For this offense, you couldn't go to the feds. It had to be settled quick in the ends. Retaliate or be dead because he's already being at it. Constantly scrolling on his Snapchat feed, all they see is his trolling. He's being labeled a pussy. The rival gang stole his trophy, his ped that he paid through peddling and lifting kegs and smoking dregs in the harsh weather, where he could have spent the morning in bed. Delivering fresh organic groceries to the yuppies across the street from the council house his father never had the rent for. Child benefits went up his nose, so this young man grew resentful. He wasn't hell-bent on being a parent in the situation, but he knew he had to grow. Assumed financial responsibilities as his mum's whereabouts were unknown, probably lost in heroin's rabbit hole, no landline. So he crudely nicknamed her, I'm sorry, but the number you have called is not being recognized. See, at school he was smart because he lied in order not to feel victimized. He bullied the same kids in the same predicaments. Insults were pick and mix and elders into spasm and fits, and that's all it took. A pat on the back from the wool pack of crooks and mission granted. Due to the mutual exchange of acidic slander, a movable object meets an unstoppable force, which ego gets it harder. But it tends to merge into the mentality of a herd. because individual thought is lost in peer pressure within a democracy is boss. But like most people from ends, he did have one way out, because he had this talent for football that made everyone dribble. A sorcerer's touch that turns players invisible. So now his courage is at a critical high. He flies by the place laced in confetti and lit him limelight. He approaches the step, takes a deep breath. He knocks on the door when the woman looks him up and down and says, yeah, there's no vacancies left. But what would you do if you knew there was room and your hand still shaking from the rock you just threw, just to get through to a shrew that's got no time for you, just because the shirt on your back has a collar that's blue is misconstrued? But this is his reality. And he failed every single one of his GCSEs, and he had no plan B. And that's why I'm going to go to that point, because I can't remember the rest. But thank you so much for listening. Take care.
Let's hear it for Georgie boy. Oh, voice like Barry White. Fucking hell. Right, Ted Temple. I'm going to get you up in a sec, but whilst you're doing your little thing, I'm going to do a little poem. That's kind of the point, isn't it, really? Is anyone in here single? Is anyone in here single? It's just you, Danny Mash. This one is for you, Danny Mash. Well, I've been single for 7 years. What a fucking career. I'm in a kind of romantic mood. Do you want to hear a romantic one? Yeah? Let's do it. Match with your dad on Grindr. Search for your mother, but I couldn't find her. Woke up alone, fully dressed, with a pizza box upon my chest. I'm one of those twats who treats these dating apps like they're Uber Eats. Wouldn't take home to your nan, never won a poetry slam. Shit nutrition, no ambition, doesn't listen. Just a plastered bastard pregnant with liquor. It's not a dad bod, it's a father figure. 7 years single, too old for the rave, too young for the grave, 33 candles on a caterpillar cake. I took a decent selfie and a bus driver honked to signify he's horny. So I popped it on my story. It's been up for a hot minute. And none of the best people have watched it. Not saying I'm depressed, but I am this close to having a bubble bath with my toaster. Another cost cutter samosa should keep me alive. Because my mum would fucking kill me if I died. 7 years to reflect on my last relationship wreck. Well, we couldn't possibly have sex if there's box sets you hadn't watched yet. Tesco Express, egg and cress all over your Bershka dress. You left our anniversary sesh in my sweater before scrawling me some dreadful letter with the header, 15 reasons I'm getting rid of ya. I stopped reading at the word chlamydia. So I quaffed a line of Coke, which was actually Ket. Instead of A&E, they took me to the vet. Beauty's in the eye of the scaffolder, the Tesco club card holder. I'll take a bald man with a Margate tan if he'll have me. Let's grow old together, sunbathe until we sag. You can keep me like a goldfish inside your colostomy bag. I know, it's probably why I'm single, that one. Yeah. I just want somebody to look at me the way anybody ever looks at a dog on the tube. 7 years, some company for dinner on London Fields. I'll shave my chest, you wear your heels. We'll enjoy ourselves a 3-course meal deal. 7 years single in an empty bed. I'm everything you've never wanted. For life is one long sewage pipe, in case you have forgotten. As soon as things are ripe, they very soon turn rotten. As for love, it doesn't break your heart, it turns it to stone. Yeah, thanks for that, Dad. Can you put Mum back on the phone? Cheers! So what it is one of my favourite people are about to join this stage. Once again, they didn't even know they were fucking performing. They turned up an hour late. But with all the love in the world, if they are ready with their little guitar-lele, please give it up for Ted Temple.
Hello. Wow, okay, it's a bit rocky, isn't it? Right, okay, give me a minute. I don't know how to work it, so I won't pretend to. Hello, I'm Ted Temple. I'm wearing a scarf. I like to wear it because it was my grandma's. She's not dead, I just stole it. Love songs I don't think are that honest. I think a sort of song like Someone Like You from Adele, absolute classic, we all know it. But I just sort of think, you know, the bloke that she wrote that about, right? The song's amazing. Song's up here, song's brilliant. Well done, Adele. The bloke she probably wrote that about, it's probably middle of the road, I'm guessing. So I was with someone for a little bit, and I thought, I'm going to write an honest love song about this person. I sincerely hope he never hears it. You'll realise why in a bit. It's called Average. Cause you're decidedly average, about a 5 out of 10, though I guess you're marginally better than the other 49%. So darling, hold my hand, let's stroll into mediocre land. You need a joke to land, you like a yoke but bland. I'd only pay £1 a month for your OnlyFans, but I would still pay. We matched on the most whack dating app, Bumble, designed for the middle-aged and the humble. First date we stumbled to an alright pub. Hardly a gastro, not with the state of this grub. But sure, at first glance and I was keen to know you a bit more. What do you do? Where are you based? Did you cycle here or did you catch the train? God, how bad's the weather been of late? Yeah, I'm so tired. I stopped to assess, so the first few minutes of this have transpired. And we've already slipped into the type of small talk you get when you've been married for 40 years and are retired. But if I'm honest, it was also quite nice. Would even go as far to say, all right, adequate. Your Uber rating is free. First date goes well and now you're dating me. This ain't complacency. Can't we celebrate the wonders of mediocrity? Cause you're decidedly average, about a 5 out of 10, though I guess you're marginally better than the other 49%. So darling, hold my hand, let's stroll into mediocre land. You need a joke to land, you like a yoke but bland. I'd only pay £1 a month for your OnlyFans. Again, I would pay, so. But oh, baby, I love you a bit. Like when you pop as it feels a bit weird, but is also mildly appealing. And oh, baby, I love you enough. Like when you're feeling rough, but then you have a lens sip. I feel like I need to make myself clear here. I'm not using this song to get my savage unlocked. On average, I'm also more likely to be average than not. I haven't lost the plot. See, I ain't being sassy or rude, don't misconstrue. I just think you're fine, but so am I. We're like a £4.50 bottle of wine, maybe even a £5. This song's supposed to be a reminder there's nothing wrong with the middle. It's really not that deep though. I'm alright with my life looking a lot like Peep Show. See, it's all about bell curves. And just like last night, I want to be on top. And just like last night, you also want to be on top. To be fair, that is actually an issue. When we factor that little joy in, you probably do seep below the average, but you can't help it. There's a time and a place for sword fight, that's what I'm saying. But if we ignore that, you're still decidedly average, about a 5 out of 10. But though I guess you're marginally better than the other 49%. So darling, hold my hand, let's stroll into mediocre land. You need a joke to land, you like a yoke but bland. I'd only pay £1 a month for your OnlyFans. Pay £1 a month for your OnlyFans. Thank you very much. That was fun. Can I do a very... so that's my current boyfriend, so he's above average, don't mind. He's over there. He's hiding. It's my ex-babe. I might chill out. I run a night called Grooveverse, and we're doing a show next week. And we've got 2 headliners, which are going to be amazing. One of them is Sully Breaks. and I cannot wait to see him do it. If you know who he is. If you don't know who he is, you should know who he is. It's going to be fun. We've got a 4-piece jazz band, basically, that improvise and come up with stuff on the spot, the keys player of which is Arlo Parks' keys player and backing vocalist. So we've got an amazing band, and we've got 6 incredible poets. One of them is George Lawrence. We've also got Joshua Alexander. We've got Poetica, and I'm such a fanny. What's the... Zeph! Zeph is our other headliner. There's one more guest poet. I can't remember who it is. Because I've got the memory of a goldfish. Elsa Day Rose, correct. The little girl. Please come along. It's at Toulouse Jazz Club on the 25th of October, next Wednesday. It's going to be fun. How much? It's very affordable. If you take a couple zeros off. But yeah, thank you very much for having me. I've been Ted Temple. Cheers, guys.
Give it up for Ted Temple with this little wooden instrument. Yeah, Grooveverse is fucking incredible, by the way. I would say it's like, maybe top 3 nights in London. You know what I mean? It's fused 2 of people's least favourite things, poetry and jazz, and it fucking works perfectly. Genuinely incredible. That was amazing, man. Thank you so much. Right, we are here arriving at our headline act. He's been sitting patiently there for a while in his lovely sweater. He has been working on his new upcoming one-man show called First Date. I can't fucking wait for it. My brother from another motherfucker. It is Kid Anansi! Woo!
What's going on in Peckham? All right, so I'm just going to introduce to you some of the pieces from First Date. I'm going to start off with something that will bring us all together, remind us of our similarities more than our differences. So this one goes out to anyone who is currently single, as well as anyone who is in a relationship but feels more alone with their partner than without. Please do not look at your partner right now. It is a bad time to glance over. This piece is called Have You Ever Been So Lonely? Don't feel offended if I point to you, it's part of the thing. Have you ever been so lonely that you followed advice given by Cosmo magazine? Have you ever been so lonely you intentionally grew acne just to have an excuse for why nobody wanted to date you? Have you ever stroked your shoulder when someone bumped into you because any human contact would do? Have you ever worn a shirt that was a size too small because the constriction of cotton could trick you into thinking you're getting a cuddle? Have you ever been so lonely that the only way you made friends was by telling your crush how you felt and they go, let's just stay friends? Have you ever been so lonely only your reflection was willing to hug you back? Have you ever been so lonely you committed crimes in broad daylight just so you could feel wanted? Have you ever thought to whisper, I love you, while watching porn? Have you ever thought to stick your genitals in coffee just to feel some warmth? Have you ever been sat on a bus that terminated 20 stops too early because the driver didn't want to risk anyone sitting next to you in case your loneliness was contagious? And have any of you ever smoked a joint with someone who licked their lips a little too much because a wet roach end is the closest you could get to a kiss? All right, I just need to know, like, is the back shot camera like getting my ass good? Like, is my ass popping in this? Okay, fantastic. So yeah, as part of First Date in the piece, I talk a lot about loneliness and dating and how like people talk about the whole epidemic of male loneliness, and I'm like, well, we need to be working at the source, and the source and the cause of the problem are men with podcasts. So this next piece goes out to men with podcasts. Listen, bro. I know you look at every girl's asshole during doggy and assume the winking is intended for you. all while fearing anything coming within 5 inches of your own, because the irony alone of arriving at the first date and immediately asking, so what do you bring to the table, before the calamari has come out, when all you've ever brought is money grifted from boys too young to know just how full of shit you are. You attract what you put out. I'd call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, but I know I'd give myself a headache explaining those big words to you. How dare you call yourselves high value, ignoring the auction block undertones, when worth cannot be determined by men who can't cook, by men who would die of exposure if ever dropped into the woods, by men whose idea of an ideal partner is a girl young enough to groom into a fuckable mommy surrogate. The cure for depression will not be found in an Andrew Tate speech. It will not be found in a Jordan Peterson argument. It is found in community, in mutual aid and well-funded public amenities, and maybe occasionally a light spot of pegging. Because sexuality is a spectrum that men are forbidden to explore, and ignorance leads to fear, and fear leads to hate when pathologized into a soup with capitalism for carrots and patriarchy for potatoes. So, my guy, aka my baby girl with a beard, relax, lie down, just stretch your hole out, just enough for us to pull that stick that's been up your arse as you've blamed women for all of your issues because you were dropped at a head start and then overlapped them, then hurt your own feelings, convincing yourself they're keeping pace. Now, I'm not trying to argue that self-proclaimed alpha heterosexual men ought to get pegged more in order to thwart the problems of misogyny. But it could help kickstart the healing process. I've performed that a few times, and like one of my favorite things is that when I perform that in certain places, there are dudes who come up to me and be like, "Hey man, like my podcast is actually teaching." I'm like, yeah, go. And so, as a preemptive way to respond to any critics of that poem, this is my criticism for people who criticize that poem. This piece is called "How Straight Am I?" This one goes out to any man who feels like I'm insulting his sexuality by just suggesting he get pegged once in a while. I'm so straight there are no wardrobes in my house, because I'll die before I cover myself in anything that just came out the closet. I'm so straight, I only shake hands with lesbians. Can't stand to touch a hand that might have touched a dick. That's basically a second-degree hand job. I'm so straight, I eat bananas sideways like corn on the cob. I'm so straight, I don't give blood because I'm scared of ending up in another man's erection. I'm so straight that if I'm at a sleepover and the only bed available is a bunk bed, then I sleep on the floor because I'm not a top or a bottom. I'm so straight as I sleep wearing Spider-Man printed pajamas. I draw dresses on all of them so no one will think I sleep with a bunch of men on top of me. I'm so straight it gives me BO because I won't touch a man's body in the shower, even my own. I'm so straight I don't wipe my ass when I shit because I'm scared there's a chance I just might like it. I'm so straight I will not eat popcorn because that's basically a busted nut. I'm so straight that when I make love to men wait. Because I'm so straight I'm always miserable. Because to be happy is to be gay. I'm so straight I've developed dysmorphia. Training my mind to hate my body so I don't find any man attractive, especially myself. I'm so straight I manipulate my mental health. Let it manifest as violence against trans people and women because I envy your strength and your support networks as well. And as a result, I try to ensure your lives are a living hell, all while thinking I'm the first and only bloke to think he can treat people this way. Because imagine how shit it would be if more men were like me, aggressively perpetuating misogyny to downplay a latent lack of heterosexuality. Oh, wait, shit. That happens all the time, doesn't it? Have I got time for 2 more? Okay, fantastic. All right, so this next one is the logical conclusion where all of these self-proclaimed straight men end up. They all end up lost And many of us who have had to experience them and had to deal with them know that they all tend to get lost in the same way. And if you don't understand what I mean, how like these mans get lost and find themselves lost, this is how I will explain it. This piece is called Diary of a Lost Man. It's been 3 days since my search began, and I'm afraid that I might not find it. I've tripped over so many tree trunks, outstretched and spread wide below me like pairs of legs swung by stocky bullies in school corridors. I'm trying to ignore the fallen leaves on the forest floor leading up to the dirt road. Furry moss fading to yellow then brown, a path tempted by old stories of fabled hidden treasures. This humid air of dense jungle, raindrops pooling on petals like the hood of a raincoat around flowering bushes. I lost every map that I packed for my quest, and I know that I'm no closer to finding it. Every patch of grass is as unique as it is similar to finding it. How many times I found myself back where I started, I cannot count. Retracing steps, and I'm somehow further away still, circling myself, going nowhere fast. It's getting dark. My supplies are running dry, and I'm too scared to resign my mind to the maybe of a reality that here, in this scape of unforgiving nature, whose bioluminescent microfauna illuminate the billboard of my inadequacies against the powers of Mother Earth, here is where I spend the rest of my life. Here is where I die, knowing what I had been searching for, I could never find. Where are you? Where are you, clitoris? Where are you? Thank you. All right, so this final one I'm going to leave you off with. This final one I'm going to leave you off with because it is a weeknight. This one goes out to everyone who has to go to work in the morning. This one goes out to everyone who, you know what, I'm going to just leave it at there. You know, because I think we all know what this is leading up to. I think we're all going to have some fun here. I think we all know to join in, if you know the words. This piece is called Shit on Company Time. 'Cause I said shit on company time. Shoot a Leviathan-sized deuce on your boss's dime. Do not let your labor hours become the property of those in power, because our bodies are ours. Shit in the middle of a Microsoft Teams meeting with your webcam on. Make eye contact with your manager as you strain and veins pop out of your head because you do not owe your employer 1 second more than what they underpay you for. I said shit on company time. Take a newspaper with you. Read a double-page spread. Take your time and follow through. I want you stealing copies of The Sun and the Daily Mail because Rupert Murdoch has never deserved your hard-earned money. And afterwards, I want you to wipe your ass with it. Then flush it. Plug up the U-bend. Flood that open-plan prison. Make your boss waste his quarterly profits hiring plumbers and buying mops. Because I said... Eat asparagus and make it stink. Drink a bottle of lube so it can leave you a little easier. Do not fall prey to those who say a protest must incur pain. Shit while thinking about your boss's retirement fund. Shit while thinking about his kids going to private school. Shit while thinking about the anti-thank yous and extra work that called itself pandemic hazard pay. Shit while thinking about the pizza that you got that called itself a promotion and a raise. 'Cause I said... shit hard and shit slow. Shit like the best years of your life depend on it. If you would like to find me in other places, I am Kid Anansi on all platforms, KIDANANSI. I also run my own poetry night. The next one I'm going to be showcasing to the world is called Extra Second London. We're having a Halloween special on Saturday the 28th, where we're going to be discussing the theme of alter egos. Oh yes, oh sexy, yeah. And so tickets are £4. It's at St. Margaret's House in Bethnal Green. Thank you all so much. Please stay hydrated, get home safe, and if the universe tries to fuck you, be a power bottom. Good night!
Whoa, holy fucking shit. Give it up for Kid Anansi. What is there to say? You are incredible. Wow, well, we have come to the end of Word of Mouth, London Live, October edition. Give it up for all the performers tonight, please. What a night it was. And give it up for all our audience members who didn't perform. You're just as important, if not more. We have got some live music now, so grab another drink, have a little cigarette, we'll connect a little bit. Follow us on socials, Word of Mouth London, and we've got some exciting things coming up. Stay around for live music. I love you all. Cheers. Woo!
Just my luck. I joked with a nurse as she pumped my stomach. Had worse nights trudging through kebabs. Still less draining than staying in with a wife. Am I right, lads? Dossing round Dalston, stinking of vintage. I'm yesterday's sausage, surrounded by kids. Self-confessed poet in a forest of bricks. A smoking area Riviera miss. Where serial vapists suck on their e-cigs. And the smell of piss is chef's kiss. Look at their little faces. Anyone who says money can't buy you happiness clearly needs their dealer's digits. The past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers, you're not coming in. Who knew it would be so stressful? To be so unsuccessful. Wasn't meant to drink tonight. That went well. Don't know if it's paranoia from all the gack, but I swear everyone in there is doing the wanker sign behind my back. You may say I live in sewage, but from my mattress I can reach the fridge. Wanking for coins since I was 20, so how can it be that my piggy bank is empty? Good luck trying to make cash with your self-made band. You'd make more money on a lemonade stand and try your best to keep your composure when the badly dressed promoter pays you in handshakes and decent exposure. The past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers, you're not coming in. Who knew it would be so stressful to be so unsuccessful? You know you're a vegetable with questionable mental health when you haven't had beacon a week and you're genuinely proud of yourself. Existing is just exhausting when you're stuck in the lower back tat of Britain, constantly vaguely knackered with not a pot to piss in. As sad as I am, I'd be lying if I said the tissues by my bed were for crying. The high street's on its knees, eaten away by decay and disease. Woolworths died when you were 5. HMV is at the tip. NHS is on a drip. The betting shop looks pretty lonely and the dentist is now guest list only. The past is putrid, the future's grim. You're wearing trainers, you're not coming in. Who knew it would be so stressful to be so unsuccessful?